gracious me!
What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the Road to Glory. Legends are on screen right now. Let's just get that underway straight away. Thank you very much to everybody who left a kind comment. If you're not up there, there's always tomorrow. You know, we've got a lot left to do with this Road to Glory. Got a long way to go. I'm sure you'll get on the screen at some point. With that being said, yesterday's video, apparently I made a mistake when it comes to spelling. Now, my excuses before we move on from this, my excuses are, I'm not English, right? English is not my first language, so cut me some slack. I can't believe I've done it wrong. It's the wrong word, but it's the wrong form of right, and I knew that, and I still did it anyway. I don't know why. Don't even worry about it. It's gone. It's out the window. It's yesterday's news. And to be fair, if you check the title, it doesn't say it's wrong anymore, so you look like the idiots in the comments. With that being said, Carl Smith says, Gareth Bale has always had a 3-star weak foot since FIFA 14. You, my friend, are correct. I checked it because I haven't used Gareth Bale for years. Obviously, since FIFA 14, where he was a 4-star, 2-star, like Robin and Di Maria and all those type of left-footed players who, for some reason, can't use their right. So I just instantly thought, well, he's bound to have a 2-star weak foot because they don't change those things that often. But alas, I was wrong. And Gareth Bale does have a 3-star weak foot, which makes it slightly better, but still a little bit concerning that that unfortunately he doesn't have an amazing weak foot. You know, like a 4-star on that right-hand side to cut in on the left, which is his strong foot, would be great. But then if he needs to whip across him with a 4-star, it's not the end of the world. So we'll have to think about that. I did a squad builder earlier today, and I haven't actually released it yet. I'm going to release it tomorrow because I'm so far behind today. Spoiler alert, kind of. I'm using a 4-2-3-1 narrow formation. So the first variation with 3 cams and a striker. And I tell you what, that is impressive. That formation is great. The issue with that, of course, is you can't use wingers, so I couldn't use my Scream Shaqiri, I couldn't use the Willian, but I would be able to use players like Fabinho and Firmino and Mertens, Nainggolan, etc. The issue with that is I don't think I would need all of those type of players, but I was using, and again, spoiler alert, if you want to watch that, skip ahead about 30 seconds, I used the flashback Goetze, who, by the way, phenomenal. Go check out that review from earlier today if you want a more in-depth opinion other than just phenomenal. I used the Player of the Month Royce. We had Timo Werner in there, and I had Gamero in there. Gamero wasn't the best of players, and I would definitely have switched him out for someone else had I had the choice. But with that being said, that worked really well, and I've used a few custom tactics that I think I'm going to try and employ with this team. It's aggressive going forward, but I'll show you what I mean in tomorrow's episode. But if you want to check that squad builder, feel free to do so. And like I said, that review for Goetz is on the channel right now as well. But with that being said, there's a lot to do with this Road to Glory, and I need to discover what my strengths are, I guess, because at the moment I'm chopping and changing between a 4-3-2-1 formation and a 4-2-2-2. My tactics remain roughly the same for both, and I don't know whether the formation is wrong or the tactics are wrong, and I can't really work out which is which. The big problem that I have is that for the first FIFA since, I don't know, FIFA 96 maybe, I actually think I'm good. But I cannot perform for the life of me. Made that guy rage quit with ease. Not that I'm saying that I'm amazing and that guy was trash, but for whatever reason I managed to score 3 goals there quite comfortably. We made him rage quit in 51 minutes, which was nice. Obviously, I'll show you where I am and where we end up when we get to the end of the gameplay. And I think I've got a pack to open. At least one, if not more. We'll check that in a second though when we go live. But for right now, I feel like I'm decent at this game. I've got the mechanics down. I know how to defend, or I know how to let the AI defend, should we say. Corners aren't necessarily my strong point, defending or scoring, but we do our fair share. I can knock the ball around really well, and I know how to use time finishing, right? And I can do it 9 times out of 10. I can bang them in from the edge of the area using time finishing. And in fact, you'll probably end up seeing evidence of this within this video. So, with that being said, why do I not win I win my fair share, but why do I not win more games? And it does come down to that bottling thing, because like I said, Rivals is a completely different kettle of fish. I play much better in Rivals than I do in Foot Champs, so I need to overcome that. But I feel like I need to make sure that I've got the right formation and the right tactics set up. So this week, up until the Weekend League, I'm going to accept that I'm going to keep this team, maybe with 1 or 2 players creeping in here or there. If we pack something decent on Thursday, if we get one of those player picks that we're after. To be honest though, I want Mertens. That's the player pick that I'm really after. But if we get anything in those rewards to change our fortunes, then fair enough. We should be getting, you'll know by now, but we should be getting Champions League cards today in 28 minutes as I record this. And I will probably go and open a few of those. And we made a lot of money last time they were out 2 weeks ago, so I'm hoping to do that again. That goal there, by the way, and I'll show you a replay of it after the clips are finished. That goal was ridiculous, and I very nearly threw my controller at the monitor, which would have been bad, because I would have been a monitor down and probably a controller down as well. I managed to get a goal back to make it 2-2. This guy, by the way, no disrespect if you watch or you ever watch or whatever, but he was not a good player, and for whatever reason I took my time in getting the winning goal there. We ended up winning 3-2, but look at that. That's the goal he scored to go 2-1 up, right? Look how close he is to the byline. My goalkeeper is tight to the post. My keeper dives out the way and the ball literally shaves the post on the way past. How are you scoring that header? Unbelievable. I played so badly this weekend, and I felt, honestly, genuinely felt embarrassed to show you some of the gameplay, because with 13 from 22, which is so bad, that is an unbelievably bad return. It really is. What's that, 13 and 9? Jeez, I mean, that is terrible. This is, spoiler alert, the final game of the weekend, so I only needed 1 win to get to goal 3, and like I said, because they pushed it back, it kind of threw me off, and I didn't have time to complete the games when, proportionately. So I wanted to play maybe 10 games this day, 10 games that day, 10 games on the final day. Couldn't do that. Had to play pretty much all of them in one set. So you don't want to do that ever. It just, if you're a pro, you could do it. Tex does it and he gets 30, So I'm not saying it's impossible, but I just can't do it. It burns me out completely, and my rage just goes off the charts. One of the reasons why I don't like to play games live necessarily is because I will just go berserk, and you don't want to see that. Well, maybe some of you do, but the majority of you don't, I'm sure. So I did have other comments, but I've just waffled on for so long. Someone says, is 86 rated, as Gonzalo says, is 86 rated Alexandro better than the Champions League 85 Telles? Because Alexandro's worth 150k, but Alex Telles is only worth 85k. To be honest, if you're not that bothered about getting the very best player, maybe you want the coins for something else, I would just get the standard Telles. That was an AIDS goal as well, by the way. I'd get the standard Telles and then just sell Alexandro, because standard Telles is what, 15k, and then you can get 150k, so it's 135,000 coins to put into another part of your team. For me personally, the fullbacks are the least important part of my team. I need very good centre backs, very good midfield, and a very good formidable strike partnership, maybe with wingers, etc. And then the last thing I will be concerned with is the fullbacks. They're not important, but in my personal opinion, they are the least important out of the entire team. So with that being said, I would probably just go for the normal Tellers. People who go out and buy Champions League cards over normal cards and pay through the nose for them, I don't understand those people at all. We finished because they've only got up by 1, by the way. They've only, here or there, not everywhere, just in the odd place, and I don't get it. I genuinely don't understand. So we finished on 14 wins, goal 3. I had more than enough games to get goal 2, and I know I could have won 3 from 7. It wouldn't have been that difficult, but it was a question of, do I want to really wrench this and try and get to goal 2 for not that great of an upgrade in rewards, or do I just want to, like I said, a write-off, not right, but you know what I mean, or do I, just write it off and then we'll go again next week. This weekend for everyone has been a mess. Let's just forget it ever happened. Before we do get into any SBC related things, because we do have a couple of questions still to answer and maybe some things to do, rank 3 at the moment is where we reside with 9,280. We have guaranteed that. There's no way that'll rise above where we are right now. However, I want to hit rank 2, obviously, so we can get ourselves either the 50k or we get ourselves some tradable packs, although I have been saying all week that I'm thinking of taking those untradable sets, because I want the 235ks, 250ks and 215ks untradable, so that we can potentially pack some Italian League players. The Juve part of the Italian League SBC is probably going to cost us the most, so with that in mind, it might make sense to go for the untradables. Last week we needed 18,000 points, and I just about made it by about 880 points. So this week, it's not going to, okay. So this week I'm going to need probably an extra 10,000 points on where I am now, and I have 1 day, 13 hours to achieve it. I've got no doubt in my mind that I will do that. So I want to test out a few things as well. We're not anywhere near to getting promoted. I need to find out my identity before I really do that. Now, can we register now? Yes, redeem entrance now. So there we go. We've already qualified for the weekend league before we've even been given our points. And that's because, like I said, they've given free entry to those who entered over the weekend, which is a decent little touch, I suppose. But like I said, the player pick, in my opinion, would have been the way to go. We've sold a Socrates for 6,800. There are a few other players in here that are selling for a little bit, but until that Radecki is like 5-6k, which eventually he will be, they all will be for whatever reason, I'm not going to sell them. See if there's anything at the back of here just in case. We can't sell this guy. None of them are on the market. Okay, now there's one on the market for 3,000, but none of them were on the market for anything less than, say, 5 or 6k. So I was trying to sell him for about 4, and he just wasn't going. There's a few other players in there. Made a mistake with him. He's actually moved from an Italian team to Bordeaux, so I ended up buying him for 1,100, thinking, oh, that's cheap, but wrong team. And as soon as I click, you know when like things go in slow motion, you're just about to click the accept button for whatever it is in life, and you go, your brain is going, no, it's the wrong one. Yeah, that happened. So squad very quickly remains the same. What I want to do though, let's go to custom tactics. Let me show you what the custom tactics are. So let me go to this one, for instance. So I want to lower this right down, and we'll keep these the same. Why not? And we'll pop that down, and then there. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to use running into the next weekend. I mean, maybe even drop that down to 3 and have that like that. The reason I want to do that is because if we go on instructions, we have Shaqiri is getting behind anyway. Willian is getting behind. Mertens is getting behind. And Firmino is getting to the box for the cross. And so is Nainggolan. So with that in mind, we already have people bombing forward. Why do we need to have that tactic of players in the box up to like 8? There's just no need for it. They're already bombing forward. If anything, all we're doing is forcing Fabinho to push further up the field, which we don't want to do, and the defence as well. We don't want that. Speaking of defence, though, I have been looking at balanced attack and overlap for my fullbacks, and I tell you what, from what I've used of it so far in about, I don't know, 6 or 7 games, I really like it, and it really works. And in that case, then I will definitely need to get better fullbacks. And that kind of goes back to that question, is Alexandra better than Tellez? He is if you want to use him as an overlap player, but he's not necessarily if you want to just use a stay back while attacking fullback. Most people will put their fullbacks on stay back while attacking, so in that case I would just stick with Tellez because he'll do the job. But if you are looking for that player to overlap, get forward, maybe whip crosses in, even go for goal, then obviously Alexandro is your man. Now with that being said, I've got Fabinho on stay back while attacking. What I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to put balanced runs on for Nainggolan, and I'm going to leave Firmino on getting to the box for the cross. Just for the time being, I'll mess around with it a little bit, and we'll see where we are. Now, let's back out of that for the time being. Well, I say that, though. I just want to double check, just very briefly, how much money have we lost on this? So, we've lost about 13,000 coins-ish right now, which is not the end of the world. Fabinho, we bought for 95. Of course, that was ages ago. He's now down to about 85, so we lost about 10k. Nainggolan, I believe, has come down considerably from 141 to, 120 something. So we've lost a fair bit on him. I mean, it's okay. I'm not looking to sell them or anything. Mertens should go, or should creep back up, because he should be in form on Wednesday. So he should go up, theoretically. And last but not least, I know I've lost a lot on Shaqiri, and that's fine. We haven't really lost a massive amount. Oh, we have. Bought him for 115. He's now worth 85. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Like I said yesterday, I'm not bothered at all. I'm just curious to know. Right, so squad builder challenges. That Goetze card, man. I really wish I could do it. Like, I know I can, and I could afford to go out and do it well, not on Thursday because I won't have rewards by then. But if I sold one player or I used whatever I've got in the club, I could probably do it. There's just no need for me to, but he is such a good card. Now, this foot swap player, we've done, obviously. There it is. And we'll claim that. I tried to make it as cheap as I can. I didn't buy anyone. They were all in the club anyway. But foot swap this week, or this month I should say, is much better than what it was last month. And there are 3 potential options that we could be going for. And before we go into anything else, let's have a quick look. So, Silver Players Pack we don't want. Electrum Players Pack we don't want. This Mbai Niang is useless to the majority of people who play this game. Unless you're a fan of Starred Rene or you're an Mbai Niang fan, you're not going to want it. Like, it's just not good enough. So we'll ignore that. This card is phenomenal, and that for an 84 rated is ridiculous. With a chem style on top as well, you're looking at one of the best CDMs in the game, and he only costs 4 tokens, and he's only 84 rated. Now, unfortunately, he would not fit into my team. So if we did pick him up, which, like I said, there's potential to. We only need 2 more tokens. We got 1 for logging in, we got 1 for the SBC, and then we only need another 2. He would be fantastic, but there's just no room. Like, there's no way I could fit him in because I'm not even remotely Bundesliga, and I don't particularly want to go Bundesliga. And if I do, I'll regret not doing Goetze, and I've already missed out on Royce. So, as much as I want him, yes, we could bring him on as a super sub, but why would you need a super sub defender that badly? So, yeah, we're going to ignore that. The Rare Electrum Players Pack for 5 tokens is decent. That's a very good pack for 5 tokens. We could actually get 2 of those and still potentially get... well, we can't get 2 of those because they're not repeatable, are they? You can only pick... Are they? No. I mean, yeah, maybe they should be, but no, I don't think they are. That would be cool if they were, though. That's an idea. But either way, we could get one of those. We could still get him and have 4 tokens left. Either way, Mikel Antonio is one of those players that I just don't see many people going for unless you're a West Ham fan or an Antonio fan in general. He's just not good enough. They should have bumped him up a bit more than that, especially if you're charging 7 tokens. The Rare Mega Pack is decent. If we do end up going for the Gilavogui, or whatever his name is, we could go for the Rare Mega Pack as well, I believe, if we collect all of them. This is good, though. 100k pack for 13 tokens. That is probably what I'm going to go for, because the final thing, and it does bring me to the final, well, one of the final questions from I'm Saba. He says, will you do the new Pedro SBC? Now, if I look at this from a completely neutral standpoint, it's not a bad card. The stamina is very poor, the strength is very poor, and the composure isn't great, but it's still a good card. Is it worth 14 tokens? I don't think so. I think I'm going to take my luck with the 100k pack. If I can get 13 of them, it depends. It looks like they've eradicated the daily objective tokens, which is great because it's not every day you can get on and complete that objective, especially if it's play 3 games, score 3 goals, what have you. That can be difficult sometimes, especially to even play the 3 games, let alone complete the objective within that. So they look like they're going to keep it to squad battles, which is infuriating to say the least, but I don't mind playing it. It's just finding the time to do it. So we can afford to miss 1 token. If we end up missing more than 1, then I think what I'm going to do is aim for either the Gilavogui card or the Rare Mega Pack. One of those 2. But the Pedro card is decent. It's fine. If you're a Chelsea fan, a Pedro fan, whatever, go for it. It's a good card. I think he's got a... Has he got a 5-star weak foot? He's got a 5-star weak foot. So you can cut in on that left side. And it's a good card, right? So yeah, definitely do it if you're a fan. But he wouldn't fit into my team, and I don't even think I want him as a super sub, if I'm honest. So with that being said, I won't be going anywhere near him. Now, it's not quite 6 o'clock yet, so we will potentially get Champions League cards out at 6. Before that, though, I think I am going to wait till 6 o'clock to see if they drop, and if they do, we might do a couple, and I'll put them at the end of this video. But for right now, I need to try and remember, because I always forget, which one of these SBCs did I complete? Because I did one of them. I always click Torino, and I bet you Torino is the last one I ever do. Who was it? It wasn't Udinese. I completed one of them, or more or less. I think I've got like 2 players left to buy. It's not Inter. Sorry, Juve, that's for sure. Is it... Who is it? Atalanta. It has to be. It is. It's Atalanta. Right, okay, so we've waited until to buy these 2 because I was hoping that the price would come down slightly. There is one. He was still at... I don't mind spending like 2k here or there on the odd player, but he was up well above 3k yesterday. Same for this guy. The cheapest one when I was building this SBC was about 29,000, so we can pick him up for 1.9. Happy days. And that is the Atalanta SBC complete. We're going to get a small rare gold players pack for this. These are my favourite packs in the entire SBC. It's basically half of 50k. We're not going to get anything good for it, but you know, most of the players that I bought here were, well, okay, that's a first owner, but most of them weren't that expensive. You know, the SBC probably cost me about 15k in total, which, let's be honest, is a lot of money to spend on half of, well, is it a lot of money to spend? It's essentially a 25k pack, I guess. I don't know. Either way, I want to complete it because I want that Skriniar card at the end of the day, so it's just another step towards that. And here we go. Come on, EA. Be kind. We got a lot of good stuff out of this on my main account. No walkout, which is a shame. If we can get boards, I'll be very happy, though. Oh, dear God. Okay, we're going to get top rack there. That's not great at all. We've been shafted. And I said, you know, it's my favourite pack, so we're bound to get shafted, and we did. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. We've got 4 duplicates there. However, if that Champions League SBC drops, they will come in handy. So we'll store those in the club, we'll put those on the transfer list, and I'm going to very, very, very quickly jump on the market here, because I've got 8 minutes. I'm going to jump on the market, and I'm going to try my best to snap up some players. What I tend to do is sniping filters. Well, I say sniping filters. I'm not going to snipe anything, but we'll put the filters to that, and we'll skip forward until we can find some gold players, or rare gold players. The annoying thing about this is now we're not going to get, maybe 750 is what I need to do. My bad. We're not going to get too many of them because people have probably thought, oh, I need to go and get some players before 6 o'clock, and that's exactly what's happening here. So I'll be back in a second, and I'll tell you how many we've managed to nab. So, as you can see, I went and spent all the coins on these players. Every single player here was bought for 750 coins. I tried to get them for less, but people had started to buy them up ready in anticipation of the Champions League cards dropping bang on now because it's 6 o'clock. Now, if you're watching this and you know that they haven't dropped, you're currently laughing. But I took a risk with it. I'm going to put all them on the transfer list. I took a risk, and we're about to see whether it paid off, because they will instantly start selling for between 900 and 1,000 coins. So if we don't want to do any of the Champions League packs ourselves, we can just sell them on and make money on them. I did this 2 weeks ago, and I made a lot of money from doing it. And this is one of those things that I think if I was to do it this time round, I would make a lot more money because I would be on it constantly, and we can get most of that Italian League SBC done if... Ooh, what's that? Okay, so we do have the Champions League. Ooh, you get a prime gold players pack for completing that. You don't get... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. They have just given... I mean, they've gone from one extreme to the other with this. I mean, they go from... They go from, like, you get nothing to have a crap ton of stuff. So we've got Champions League... We've got Champions League marquee matchups, which is 3 Champions League players for completing the whole thing. You get a 45k pack for completing Barca against Inter, and you get a 25k pack for completing Ajax Benfica, which is fantastic. 78 rated team, 78 rated team. That's brilliant. I don't even care what else the other requirements are. That's fantastic. That's really good. I mean, I like that a lot. This common Champions League upgrade, I'm assuming, is because there's an 81 plus. This could be big for us, by the way. So you need a Champions League rare or common 11. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You need to submit 11 Champions League cards with 50 chemistry. How many do we have? It's interesting. It's a good move, in my opinion. It's a very good move from EA. I like that a lot. Because at this point of the game, you don't want to be opening all these packs to get absolutely nothing. You want to be packing stuff that's worth, that sort of has a decent rating. Because at this point, if you pack yourself Wanyama, or rather Tielemans, because he's 80 rated, chances are you're not going to want to put him into your team at all. Now, all these Champions League cards are untradeable. I do have a few tradable, but we're not going to use those because Jason Murillo, I think, is one of them. I do have an awful lot, so I am going to submit one right here, right now in front of you. Don't normally do SBCs live, but for the purpose of the video, let's see if we can get ourselves 50 chem. I don't think I've got a goalkeeper. Oh no, I have. I've got Ospina. There you go. So Ospina can go in there. A lot of people might be like, oh no, save this guy, save that guy. But they've been sat in the club ever since I got them, and they literally are doing nothing. So I might as well just, ship them out essentially and see what we can do. Did he just get a link to him for no reason? No, he didn't. He gets a link to, is it Konoplyanka on that side? I'm not going to have... I don't have another... I got a left back in Rose. That was the first one we ever packed, remember. I'm going to get rid of Shaw, though, because I'm not going to use Shaw. I'm sure of that. Haha, banter. No, I think I'm going to have to get rid of... I'm going to have to get rid of maybe James Milner and then pop... Yeah, maybe James Milner. If I can get the chem... There we go, we got the chem. Really frustrating that the player faces seem to disappear. But I think I'm going to submit that to get a guaranteed 81 plus. It's a shame you don't get 2 guaranteed 81s, but I suppose there's not that many, or there aren't that many. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I would rather not use... Well, no, I don't know what I want to do, really. Let me do that. Let's see if I can put... can I get him in there now? No, it drops me by 9 chem. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's just submit that. We don't need those cards. We're never going to use them, so we might as well just throw it in. I'm surprised you need 11 though. To be fair, I thought you may need maybe 5, maybe 6. But I'm going to do the marquee matchups for tomorrow's episode. I will probably complete a few of these. What do you need for these? Is it the same? No, just gold. Just gold. So the investments we've made, you don't even need a goalkeeper. Interesting. The investments we've made probably won't pay off, but we'll be able to use them all anyway, so it's not the end of the world, I don't suppose. We have a flash of brilliance in there as well, which is just 1 SBC for a 45k pack, which requires 1 Champions League rare card and then a 77 rated team overall, which in my opinion is worth it. We'll definitely do that. Not bad. Not bad, EA. Well done. I like that a lot. What have we sold? We've just sold our Manchester United right back for 2,500 coins. We're already back up to building some coins. And let's see now if we can get ourselves a player that we really want. Of course, the world is our oyster here. We're cutting out most of the crap. And we've got a chance of packing probably the James Milner we put back into it. I would love 9-Golan here. That is the dream. 9-Golan. Hey, if we get Gareth Bale, happy days. But 9-Golan is the dream. We don't get a walkout, so it's not going to be... Ooh, that looks sexy. It's not going to be one of the biggies, but we do get an Argentine left wing from Roma, who goes by the name of Perotti, is it? Yeah, 82 Perotti. So it's one of the worst ones we could have packed. But it's not the end of the world. Seemingly, I'm going to do a lot of these, I think, because there is a massive chance of us packing something we can use. That, though, as it's a rare, will go into that 45k pack SBC. Tomorrow is the day. Did they give us any packs? Who cares? Tomorrow is the day. We're going to, I think at least, pump whatever we have into doing these Champions League SBCs, because there are a lot of good players out there. We'll have 2 45k packs, a 25k, 3 Champions League players as well, and I will try and stack as many of these 81 pluses as I can. I'm going to be honest though, I'll probably only have about 3, maybe 4 at a push, so fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we can get a few. I think they're worth it though, to be honest, because even if we pack 1 player we can use out of all of it, it'll be worth it. So anyway, if you have enjoyed the Road to Glory, do me a favour and smack the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.